Hello, and I'm back. So if you guys like watching my videos, like and subscribe, follow. Today I'm doing something different. Normally I do a weekly review and then upcoming mints. And those are usually around, the weekly review will be the end of the week, around Saturday. The upcoming mints will be around Saturday or Sunday, and that would be for the next week, for mints that you should do that week. But today I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to say what I think are the top 5 Cardano NFTs to invest in, like just the best ones to invest in. Like if you're not like, oh, I want to be a part of their Discord, I want to be a community. If you're just like kind of looking like, what's the best NFT? What's like proved itself? What will give me the best risk adjusted returns? What will outperform everything? How can I just find like the good stuff? That's what I'm going to try and do. And the first one is definitely SpaceBuds. They're number one. They've made 500K sales. They are the first 10K collection minted on Cardano. So I've said that before. The only NFT before them was the guy who made the NAMI wallet, Alessandro Berry. You should follow him on Twitter. He also made the SpaceBuds NFT collection, and he made 100 berries as like a test, and he airdropped them to people staking with a stake pool. Those go for like hundreds of thousands now. There's only 100 of those, but he was just doing it as a test for these. So these are like the first legit NFT on Cardano, or the first one, and there's 10K. So it's like, all right, you want to be a part of that. So yeah, the floor right now on these is around 73, 7,200. So they're pricey to get into, but let's do, wow. No, that's not the floor. See, here's ones for 75.50. These are like the floor ones with no gadgets but a utility belt. These naked ones actually could go for slightly more than the floor. Yeah, so the most rare is a dinosaur. There's like 7 dinosaurs. Those are all going to be 6 figures. There's nothing that special about the art, but they're cool as like a collectible. They're cool little collectibles. They have a whole bunch of different gadgets. They have a lot of metadata, lots of variation. They were pretty ahead of their time. You see projects coming out now that don't have enough gadgets, don't have enough stuff. They also have this website, spacebuds.io. So it's a really good website. You can filter. Look how like clean it is. There's 8 dinos actually. There's 22 bulls. And then look at all these little different weapons you can filter by. So what species they are, what weapons. They can have multiple weapons. They can have lots of weapons. Let's see how much the bulls are. How about that? Whoops. Apply filter. Jeez, is there even any on sale? The cheapest bull right now is 150,000. There's only 2 on sale. Let's see if there's any dinosaurs. On sale? There's no dinosaurs even on sale. So yeah, the floor of this a couple weeks ago was when Cardano NFTs kind of bottomed out, which was like a month or 2 ago, and they were kind of just sitting around at their floor, at their kind of like at market bottoms, the accumulation phase. These probably bottomed out at 3,500 floor, and now they're 7,100 floor in like a month, and they're rising fast. So if you could afford it, you just get one, and that would be my top recommendation if you can afford it. Because for risk adjusted returns, you're going to get mad. They outperform on the upside, but they don't really do that bad on the downside. Like if they break 10K soon, it's just, this is kind of a weird line, this open CNFT, how it keeps track of that floor. And maybe this is better over here. Yeah, this would be a better chart. So kind of went like that, and then yeah, bottomed out over here like at 33, and now it's resumed its bull market again. They don't have older price data because this open CNFT is not old enough. But these are like over a year old. So yeah, you want to get a space buds. That's number one. Number two, I would say, is Dead Pixels. Dead Pixels is pretty legit. They have a whole white paper. They have their own marketplace like Space Buds, pixel.org. They have a good docs team. All these have like docs teams, these top projects. So Dead Pixels is their newest announcement is they're going to have this game. It's kind of like an Axie Infinity game, I guess, because it's 3 versus 3. And people are going to be able to build their own pixels to fight with traits. Like, I guess kind of like how Axie Infinity breeds them. You're going to be able to build your own pixel, and you'll buy the traits and build your own pixel to fight in the game. Now, if you own a pixel on the blockchain, there's a 10K originals. If you own one of the original 10K, whatever traits you have on that pixel, you own. So if someone builds a pixel to use in their game, which won't be on the blockchain, you're just using the pixel in this game, and you're building it. There's going to be infinity because anyone who plays the game can build their own. Well, it might cost something to build. I don't, the exact details aren't out yet, but certain traits are going to be more expensive to buy to then build your own pixel. But when someone buys traits to build a pixel and your original blockchain pixel, one of the original OG Dead K pixels, has that trait, you get paid. You get paid a royalty every time because you own the trait. So every time anyone. So if the game takes off and people are buying traits and making pixels, you're getting paid. So it's pretty cool. And their floor was like, they bottomed out at like 500 or 600. And they didn't resume launching until a little bit later after this bull market resumed, probably like 2 weeks ago. Once a DAO started buying, and now their floor is like 2,000. And they just made 150,000 sale today. So yeah. I don't think as an investment you could really go wrong. Yeah, you could check out their marketplace. They have a nice website too. And then it's going to list all the traits. This marketplace was huge when JPEG was like broken for a while. And so you can like try to buy ones that are traits you like and stuff. Or traits you think people are going to use, so that you want to collect the royalties. Now these are a little expensive to get into now at like a 1,900, 2,000 floor. So how much is this one? 6 attributes. I guess I got to connect my wallet. But yeah, so Dead Pixels is cool. I would definitely say they're number 2. Number 3 would be Clay Nation. They minted in September for like 50 ADA. And they just have a huge, strong communities. The main thing about this is their NFTs are cool looking. They're clay like this. There's 10,000 of them. And yeah, they've just kind of shot up since mint. They're around 1,600 floor right now. And yeah, they're just a solid all-around project. They have a solid community. You want to look at this one. This one doesn't. So yeah, they rocketed to like 500 after mint, and then they rocketed to like 1,700, and then they had this accumulation phase here around 900 to 1,000. So that was a while. That was months of accumulation, and they just broke out. So a lot of the DAOs buying have been helping these projects break out. But once they break out, I don't know where this stuff is going to stop. So as an investment, yeah, I think clays are cool looking. And they have a strong community. I think it's run by women. People like that. They're doing this like clay verse thing. It's like, they're not calling it a metaverse, but they're building like these clay stuff, and you can like, they have a whole nice white paper and stuff. So those are the top 3, and those are the ones as investments, like those are the safer ones. Now these are still NFTs, So these are still way riskier than like any like of the riskiest crypto. NFTs are risky. So a safe NFT is like almost an oxymoron. It's still crazy high risk. But for Cardano NFTs, those top three, those are the blue chips, okay? So those are the ones you want. So all these other videos of like people hyping like the best Cardano NFT to make your money, and they're not mentioning buds or pixels or clay. It's like they're not being honest or something. These are obviously it. It's like you have videos out there and it's just like they're hyping whatever, wizards and stuff. It's just like a ridiculous. So yeah, and then they've never done a video on buds. It's like, come on. So those are the top three. Those are the ones you want to like. Those you want to be the base of your portfolio. You want those to be the majority of your portfolio. Those are like Bitcoin. You want when you invest in crypto, you hold Bitcoin as like a decent chunk. All right. Now I know this video is top 5 NFTs, and I probably should stop after those top 3. But I know those are expensive for people to get into. So now I'm going to do 2 more. These are way more speculative, way more. But they're professional, and I think they're kind of like in the way a blue chip is professional, they're professional. And so they're a much higher risk, but they're way cheaper to get into, and there's some upside there. So they're cheaper for you to get into, and I think they're a solid project. How about that? To round out my top 5. So I'm going to give you 2 speculative ones that you guys can afford. So the first one would be these zombie chains, and more specifically, I like the zombie hunters. So the artist for this is doxed. He has his own website called Fly Designs. What? That's not his website. Where is it, man? Whatever. He has his own website called Fly Designs. He's the artist, so he's completely doxed. He made the logo of the Philadelphia Flyers, if you know that little orange guy. He's done comic books. He's done Marvel comic books. His name's Brian. I forget his last name. And these have recently gone down to like a 50-60 floor. And they're legit. The artist is doxed. The devs are doxed. The dev's big in Cardano. His name's Cardano Dan. He has like 100K Twitter followers. Look at that, 49 floor. So I think this is you know how those others you're getting, you go down and you get towards the bottom and then you get to your accumulation phase. I think these are getting there where you can get into the buying phase. So yeah, how about activity? Oh, you can't see highest last sold anymore. But yeah, 50 or 60, that's for new people to get in, and I think they have a shot, and they've been around, they're solid. So it's not like you're just getting in after mint and they're cheap. They minted, they went up, then they came back down, and now they find their base. You want stuff to go up and then come back down and find like a support. So you want it to kind of like be tested. They have a solid community. This guy's pretty cool, and these are just normal ones that aren't too expensive. I mean, they've made a 15K sell already, so they've made some top sales. So as my number 4, I think this is a good speculative one. Now I know the art's not for everyone. It's kind of like comic book or trading card, so I'm not sure about if it can just get everyone in. But I just think for the price, it's hard to get burned on these now. The people that got burned were buying a couple weeks ago. Now it's like they're so low. It's like if you get in at this entry point, I think you'll be fine. And now for my number 5. This one's ultra speculative because it's brand new. They minted 3 days ago. Their mint was super hyped. It sold out right away. They had problems. They wanted you to enter these caps because everyone was entering and not being able to mint because there was just so many people. The NFT maker program that they were using. NFT makers got a DDoS attack at the same time. Everyone was trying to get this mint. So then the price went straight to like 2 something. Now it's coming back down to like 60, 80. You are still early on this. The price could fall because it's not as, hasn't had enough time like Zombie Hunters to form a base. But I like what this team is doing here. They're not over promising. They have like a semi-doxed kind of team. Like they make music. Like this girl makes music. She has a YouTube video on YouTube, so she's kind of semi-doxed, and the artist is. And then I think the devs aren't doxed and from Poland, but at least some people are kind of semi-doxed, which is better than most. Remember, the top 3 is like the real safe plays. These are my speculative plays. But now the prices for these have already come down, and I feel like this is too early to say, but I feel like these are in an accumulation phase already. Because of their mint, a lot of people were turned off, and I feel like they just went up and went straight down into the accumulation phase immediately. And I think you might be in the accumulation phase for a week or two, forming like that base of around 60 to 70. They minted for 55. So I think you're going to see an accumulation phase base at around 70. And I just love the art. Each one of these has like, it has cool art, first of all. But then also, each one of these has like a phrase. They have an apartment number. And it's all a different apartment number. They have this weird DNA thing down here. So it's like they left themselves a lot of room to do stuff fun with the NFT. And the art's cool. I've been going to tools. You can go to CNFT tools and just look at the art here. And it's just like so cool. I've been looking at like, I like the blue skin ones. And then like you compare blue with like the orange glam hair. Or let's do glam orange. What? You can't see that, huh? Whoops. Jeez, how did that happen? Okay, let me start over here. So yeah, here they are. So yeah, I've been liking like blue skin. And then you compare like, oh, what's a cool pop with the blue skin? Like the orange hair pops out cool. And then bam, this guy was just bought for 115. He's like naked. A lot of times the nakeds go for more on any NFTs. But man, he looks pretty cool. And then let's take out orange hair. Let's just look at the floor for blue right now. So you can say blue and then look at the price. You can get some blues for 80. The floor is 70, and there's only 375 blues. So if you can get a blue for 80, there's good buying opportunities right now. And honestly, I was thinking of a top 5, and after those 4, I couldn't like think of as an investment and a better number 5. I mean, people like the Benjamin eggs and stuff, but they're not cheap. They're 200. I just feel like your downside risk isn't that. It's already went down. And these don't seem like, oh, they're just going to crash to way under mint. These just don't give me that feeling. I feel like they hit their accumulation phase instantly. And it's like, okay, you guys got 2 to 3 weeks to jump on this. The team seems legit, how they're handling everything. They're not making any blunders. A lot of times, like with Bright Pals, they had a bad mint. And then I could see the team also making blunders. So yeah, you can also sort by like rarity, and then you can like see the like more rare ones. I had a decent mint. I minted this girl. She's still my favorite. This big amulet is rare. So yeah. So if you're looking to get in, the top 3 are like the safest. Then for speculation, I like Zombie Hunters because they're a professional team and they are doxed and they have already gone down to where I think you're now nearing a bottom. You can never know a bottom for sure. Like catching a falling knife is hard. And then also this is just a pure speculation on the upside. It probably has more downside risk than Zombie Hunters, but it could really take off. It could catch some upside. It just takes a couple of announcements of this team doing it right with this art, because everyone loves this art for these ones. All right, that is my top 5 NFTs for investment. Just the pure top 5, not like my personal favorites. This is what I think are top 5 for investment. I hope that helped you guys. If you like my videos, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the end of the week for a weekly review.